You have a new coworker. You're excited to meet him and show him around. But wait, he's deaf? You want to make a good impression, so what do? First day of work for a deaf person is nerve-wracking. They will be around hearing people every day. They will rely on your facial expressions to figure out the nature of what you said. Make sure that your facial expressions match what you are saying. A deaf person often suffers from being left out of a conversation or events. They understand the difficulties in communication, but they don't know why no one bothers to invite them to participate. Try giving a written invitation, writing notes down during a meeting, or explaining beforehand so that they can be involved. Grabbing attention of a deaf coworker doesn't require anything complicated, such as throwing paper airplanes or touching them on the back, which actually frustrates them. To get their attention, simply wave in their line of sight or tap them on the shoulder. Once you have their attention, all you need to do is maintain eye contact. Hearing people are able to hear the intonation and can judge when the conversation is about to end or when it is okay to contribute. Deaf coworkers have difficulty breaking into conversation since they can't hear these cues. Therefore, it is helpful for hearing people to turn to the deaf worker and make eye contact. This gives off the signal for the deaf person to join in. Usually, deaf people work with hearing people who know little sign language, if not none. It is important to have other methods to better communicate and give information. Paper and pen are most obvious and easy to use. It's convenient if you have a notepad and a pen ready when you work with deaf people. If you know a little ASL, you should make attempts to use it. Most deaf people will appreciate having keywords spelled out and will even lip read better if they know the topic from your finger spelling. It will be a great step forward in relationships if you can sign even a little. For deaf workers, coffee breaks or lunch breaks can be stressful at times. People talk about a range of topics, often unrelated to work. When conversation is unstructured like this, it is very hard to follow if you do not hear. People talk quickly, turning back and forth, making it hard to keep track. Try to be inclusive and explain what is going on. Give visual cues, point to the person who is speaking, use gestures. All of these will help deaf coworkers to be a part of the team and to reduce stress. Most of lip reading is guesswork. It is almost impossible to lip read in situations where the topic and speakers keep changing, when there's a lot going on in the background, or when people talk facing away. To help your deaf coworkers follow along in the conversation, use body language such as gestures and write keywords down. Deaf coworkers may often be left out during after-work events, which are important bonding times for coworkers. In order to help your deaf coworker feel welcome, make sure to extend personal invitations and use visual cues when you are together. They can make every outing more fun. In the event of an emergency, it is important that someone takes responsibility for checking that all personnel receive the emergency signal. This is especially important when there is a deaf person in the workforce. For announcements made to all employees, it is crucial to write down the message for the deaf workers. Getting to know your deaf coworker is just like getting to know any other coworker. Forming any friendship takes time. Just maintain a positive attitude, respect their language, and try to learn a little. In the end, you may not only make a new friend, but also gain appreciation for another community. So now you have the tips. Go ahead and converse with your deaf coworker today. Thank you.